2.5 mil, I'm looking at the camera, it's 2.5 million sterling, SAP. I don't want to talk to you, I don't want to look at you, I don't like you.
Fight you, but you've got to do a job on them. You've got to show me, like I said, that you can even stay on your feet for 3 minutes or 2-minute rounds, whatever it is. Because I don't think you can.
Like, I'll fight him right here in front of me, but then he says I want $2.5 million to box him. How does that make any sense? John's like, if Carl's right here in front of me, I'll fight him. But I'm not going to box him unless it's $2.5 million. Huh? I don't understand that. And also, you had the opportunity.
If you really want to fight, if I really have to do it, I'll hit with a couple of body shots, a couple of jabs, and I'll help you up when I've dropped you, and it'll be embarrassing, the same way you're embarrassing. So if you've not seen the video, that's basically what I said. So he's addressed that and said he's not going to give anybody a payday who he doesn't like. It feels like he's the big star and the big draw, like anybody gives a shit at him, you know what I mean? It's just a big fat mess.
To get his attention, to get everybody's attention, and then he didn't need to do any more because that's what everybody's talking about. I think Carl is a straight shooter, so Carl will stay how he is.
Carl Froch answers John Fury's £2.5 million challenge by questioning his ability in the ring. He makes it clear Fury must prove he can stay on his feet and handle real pressure before any fight happens. Froch emphasizes skill and competence over money, showing he won't step in for a payday alone.
Fight you, but you've got to do a job on them. You've got to show me, like I said, that you can even stay on your feet for 3 minutes or 2-minute rounds, whatever it is. Because I don't think you can.
Carl Froch responds directly to John Fury's $2.5 million fight demand by explaining how the fight would go in practical terms. He highlights that Fury would face embarrassment if the fight happened and makes it clear that respect matters more than money. Froch's focus is on proving dominance in the ring rather than simply accepting Fury's challenge for cash.
John Fury's a big bully, and big bullies need putting into place. And if I'm the man that has to do it, I will do it. I don't want to beat an old man up. I don't want to start on a 60-year-old man. But when I look back, when I beat George Groves up in front of 80,000 fans at Wembley Stadium, rendering him unconscious, he was 11 years younger than me. I'm only 10 years younger than Big John Fury. I know he doesn't look well, does he? He looks a bit older. I don't want to give him any stick, but he looks He's 10 years older than me, 60-year-old man. I'm pressing on for 50. So, is it a fair fight?
John Fury did not hold back as he detailed exactly how the fight would go. He spoke with brutal confidence, describing the punishment Carl Froch would face and emphasizing that Fury would make him earn every penny. His words made it clear he is serious and unafraid of confrontation in the ring.
And there, hands high, just catch the shots there, keep chopping him, little punches like that, bang!
Yeah.
He's going to get the lot. You get the full issue.
How long do you think it lasts?
Probably get the penny and lot as well. It's a misfit show.
Yeah.
How long? Crack him that elbow nice and sharp, he'll need about 18 stitches in that. So he's in for a fight, so he's going to earn it.
The Wade Plemines highlighted John Fury's extreme confidence, while also pointing out his age and stamina limitations. He explained that Fury might not last beyond 2 rounds against Carl Froch, emphasizing that despite Fury's bravado, endurance could be the real challenge in this highly charged face-off.
I love this, dude. I love that John is just so confident in himself. He would gas inside of 2 rounds. 2 rounds, but if he even made it 2 rounds with Carl Froch, he would gas probably in the first round. He's 60 years old. I'm not saying he couldn't hobble about for 4 rounds or something, but he would be gassed inside of 2. Because the way that John runs...
John Fury made it crystal clear that his $2.5 million demand is non-negotiable. He emphasized his seriousness, stating he doesn't need to kiss anyone's ass or waste time on pleasantries. Fury's confidence is unshakable, showing he's ready to fight immediately and expects respect, not excuses or delays, before stepping into the ring.
I'm not an ass kisser.
Yeah.
I'm a straight man. I'm a straight man.
But you're serious about it though, aren't you?
Serious. Serious. I'm a Christian man in the name of Jesus. I'm as serious as that. Don't bother about fighting me. Pay me $2.5 million, we'll fight next week. As soon as possible. I don't need it.
Experts highlight Carl Froch's elite boxing credentials, noting his surprising size, youthfulness, and peak physical condition. His presence alone commands respect, showing why anyone facing him, including John Fury, must be fully prepared. Froch's reputation for toughness and discipline reinforces the serious challenge he presents inside the ring.
Like, Carl's a genuine, like, world champion level fighter, and he's actually bigger than you'd think, right, when you meet him. He's a lot younger than John, and his peak was outrageously good, right? And he's kept himself in shape. And even now, I remember having a chat with Eddie Hearn, like, about, like, you know, what fighter you've met is, like, the toughest fighter. And he said to me, like, if I'm ever in a bit of bother, the man I want standing next to me at a pub or whatever is Carl.
John Fury reassures that he will not back out of the fight under any circumstances, emphasizing his focus on fighters who truly matter financially and in the public eye. His words highlight both business acumen and confidence, making it clear that he sees Carl Froch as a serious opponent while dismissing others who cannot generate meaningful interest or revenue. Fury's statement blends intimidation with practicality, showing he is serious about a fight that counts.
Fight with you, my friend, or nobody else either on this planet. If it makes business sense, you know, but them other people don't generate any money. You know, but you do. Next world champion. People still love you. Let's see what you can do. I will fight you, Wembley Stadium. Get your people to contact me. Let's talk about the business side. Get the contracts drawn up. I'll sign. I mean, you'll be fighting. Yeah? Wait.
Duke McKenzie points out Carl Froch's focus on meaningful fights and proper motivation. Froch thrives in situations where respect, money, and clear goals are on the line, not meaningless street-style challenges. His professional approach and sharp instincts ensure that he only steps into the ring for fights that matter, emphasizing discipline, strategy, and financial and professional stakes over reckless or unsanctioned contests.
And then there's Froch, who's been paid to fight. He's used to getting money for knocking guys out. I'm sure if they put enough knocks in front of Carl Froch, in front of Carl Froch, then he might rise to it. But he ain't going to rise to it if there's no money on the table, if there's no end goal. If you want to punch up, you can go out in the street and have that any day of the week.
Frank Warren highlights the importance of timing and fitness in boxing comebacks, noting that waiting too long can diminish a fighter's effectiveness. He emphasizes how John Fury values proper training and preparation, suggesting that discipline and timing are key in any serious matchup with Carl Froch. The commentary underscores that boxing is as much about strategic planning and conditioning as raw confidence or money.
You know, I'm sure Tyson prefer that not to be said, and you know, I'm a big believer. You know, you keep your, you know, you haven't got to tell the world what you've got to say to your family, yourself, and to yourself.
Carl Froch passionately calls out John Fury, declaring that he will take control from the very first bell. Froch frames the fight as a battle against a bully, emphasizing not only his readiness but also his mission to restore respect to professional boxing. His words show strategy, confidence, and psychological warfare, clearly positioning himself as the one who will dictate the pace and enforce accountability in the ring. Froch's tone is fearless, determined, and intensely focused, making it clear this fight is personal as well as professional.
The guy called Darren Till, yeah, he's been calling me out. He's been chatting shit, basically. Someone sent me a clip of him fighting a guy called Masvidal. He was asleep. Is he woke up yet? Is somebody find Darren Till? Is he woke up? Can you imagine? See, this is what I'm talking about. You've got someone like Till calling me out. He's getting absolutely ironed out by Masvidal with half a punch that's clipped him on the chin. Can you imagine if a professional boxer, as myself, my sort of level, you know what I've done, you know where I've been. Can you imagine if I hit him with a right hand or a right uppercut?
Joe Egan attacks John Fury's credibility, calling him out for avoiding proper boxing challenges and questioning his bravery. Egan confidently asserts that he would defeat Fury both inside a formal ring and in less conventional settings. This commentary emphasizes the clash of honor, ego, and authenticity in combat sports, illustrating the personal stakes and psychological tension between the fighters beyond just money or spectacle.
Called me a fake and a fraud, fake hard man. I will show him how much of a fake hard man I am. He's the one that's shying away from the...
Carl Froch makes it abundantly clear that John Fury is more interested in attention than actual fighting, labeling him a bully and criticizing his lack of action. Froch contrasts Fury with professional fighters like Tyson Fury who, despite retirement, maintain discipline, readiness, and respect for the sport. This segment underscores Froch's professionalism, his disdain for empty bravado, and his commitment to legitimacy in boxing. By calling out Fury's antics as a mere spectacle, Froch positions himself as serious, disciplined, and focused on actual fighting rather than posturing. This commentary also highlights the divide between showmanship and true ring preparedness, reinforcing Froch's reputation as a measured and credible boxer who values action, respect, and performance over ego and hype.
But all he's doing is attention seeking, and he's getting more attention now. But yeah, him anyway. Tyson Fury, Makvedov. Good little fight. Tyson's nice and relaxed. He's coming back. Again, after retiring, he's back out of retirement. We kind of knew it was going to happen. He seems in a good place. He seems quite happy. He's not out of shape. He's in his usual shape, which isn't great shape in terms of physicalities to look at. He's not good on the optics, but you know he's in shape because he's not 28 stone.
Liam Goff explains the ongoing tension and mutual respect-tinged rivalry between John Fury and Carl Froch. While Fury's interest in a fight seems conditional on money, Froch approaches the situation strategically, even suggesting charity as a motivating factor. The commentary emphasizes that despite personal dislike or animosity, both men understand the entertainment and business value of a potential matchup. This segment highlights the complexity of professional rivalries in boxing where respect, ego, money, and public perception all play critical roles. It also underscores Froch's pragmatism and tactical thinking, showing he can navigate conflicts intelligently, leveraging conditions to maintain control of the narrative while staying true to professional standards.
John Fury was doing that and goading Carl Froch. And I know John Fury doesn't like Carl Froch. Carl Froch mentions him, although I haven't really watched much of Carl Froch's videos lately. But Carl Froch, I know, has mentioned John Fury in the past. He's had a go with John Fury. They actually talked about having an actual, was it an exhibition or a boxing type match? And John Fury, any man, any time, was saying words to the effect of, oh, I'll fight you, Carl Froch, but the money has to be right. And Carl Froch basically said, all right, well, if we arrange payment, it can go.
Adam Smith sheds light on the playful yet heated rivalry between John Fury and Carl Froch, explaining that while there is tension, it is not purely hostile. Both enjoy the drama and engagement that comes with public challenges, and the prospect of a fight has an entertainment value beyond money or reputation. Smith's commentary highlights that the rivalry is performative in many ways, balancing genuine competitiveness with mutual enjoyment of the spectacle. It also reinforces Froch's ability to handle public conflicts intelligently, keeping them in the professional and entertaining domain without losing composure. The segment paints the potential matchup as an event that could captivate audiences while demonstrating Froch's disciplined and strategic approach to conflict and promotion.
Well, having a go at the Furies probably over his time on his channel, maybe, I'm guessing, and John didn't like that and wants to have a fight with him, something like that.
It was something like that. I don't think he was still necessarily turning down a fight.
What I do know is that John Fury and Carl Froch on the cobbles will be fun. I think they both have a good fight.
Eddie Hearn predicts that John Fury could catch Carl Froch off guard if the fight happened, implying that Fury's strength and unpredictability could be decisive. The commentary emphasizes the tension and stakes involved, suggesting that even seasoned fighters like Froch would need to maintain constant focus. Hearn's remarks underline the unpredictability and intensity of such a matchup, highlighting both the physical risk and the spectacle factor. The segment reinforces the idea that, beyond money or ego, the actual in-ring performance would be dramatic and potentially dangerous, making this rivalry compelling from both a sporting and entertainment perspective. It portrays Froch as highly skilled but aware that Fury could surprise him in a real confrontation.
From each other.
If John Fury stuck it on Carl Froch in his space, I think he would chin him immediately.
Really? Even live on Netflix?
Yes. Because these guys, they don't allow you to do...
The anticipation around a potential Carl Froch versus John Fury clash has boxing fans and experts buzzing, and the pros are not holding back in their reactions. Analysts like Adam Smith and Liam Goff point out that while there's clear tension between the two, it's not purely personal. Froch has skill, discipline, and decades of championship experience, which contrasts sharply with Fury's unpredictable energy and reliance on raw strength. Eddie Hearn warns that Fury could land a decisive shot if Froch loses focus, highlighting the high stakes and intensity of a real fight. Meanwhile, Carl Froch himself has made it clear he sees Fury more as a spectacle than a true competitor, criticizing him for attention-seeking behavior and emphasizing that he only respects skill and professionalism in the ring. The pros agree that Froch's composure, tactical approach, and experience give him an edge in handling Fury's theatrics, but no one underestimates Fury's physicality or his ability to create surprises. This clash is not just about money or ego, it's a test of mental toughness, stamina, and in-ring intelligence. Analysts suggest that whether the fight goes to charity or for a purse, it would be a spectacle fans cannot miss, combining Froch's calculated aggression with Fury's raw, unfiltered energy. The match would ultimately be a showcase of strategy versus unpredictability, proving that preparation and skill can meet sheer force head-on. Make sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell to stay updated on all developments, behind-the-scenes reactions, and expert breakdowns leading up to this explosive potential showdown. Don't miss a single moment of the drama.